I'm sure there's plenty we can still tell you. Right, Detective Jowd? Right.
I don't want to know about Yomiel.
10 years ago.
I want to know about me.
10 years ago. You were a top systems engineer, weren't you?
Systems engineer? What's that?
What? How did you get here?
By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know.
Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's... You don't even know what a system or a manager is, so let's just gloss over that one for now. But it's a person who's good at using computers. There, you happy?
Are you racist against dogs?
Dogs isn't a race.
You don't know that?
I do. I literally do know that.
Shh, Missile doesn't know that.
I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into looking on this project.
Project? What project?
It was a project aimed at reorganizing the network
Nation.
of the nation's secret information. The goal was to build a new system using a multi-dimensional programmer's theory. Wait, oh. I was asked to join the project for an agent of the government.
It doesn't sound like something a top Pomeranian would know anything about.
To me, it just sounded like another challenging job.
You're not a very good Pomeranian.
No. However, this project was also the target of a secret. That, you can imagine, has all kinds of crime the nation's secrets might attract. I never thought for the life of me that I'd ever have to deal with this, with spies. It was never made public, but every organization in the country viewed it as one.
Moved on this one.
And then, one day, the name of the certain programmer everyone emerged as a suspect. I was the guy who built the core of the system.
Is it a core we can latch onto?
No.
Are you sure?
No. The police arrested you. And then the incident happened.
He escaped from the interrogation room and took little Lynn as a hostage. A little bit of an overreaction, guy.
By the way, Detective Jowd, when was it that I was proven innocent? About 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, Yomiel. 10 years ago. My soul was split from my body and I lost everything. I was sealed in an eternal darkness.
Music is so ace-attorney.
I existed in this world, no question about it. But nobody noticed my presence. What good were my powers? They didn't help anybody. Not even the I
Passage
did.
of time could heal my pain.
Yep. In fact, it only made it worse. I wanted to disappear. But it wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynn described it is extremely right. Sinking slowly towards the bottom of the endless sea.
That sounds like depression, dude.
I was depressed. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair.
I want to go see a doctor.
And I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering.
Yeah, definitely go see a therapist.
Therapists won't see me.
But you can see them.
And so that's why you murdered Alma. That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about.
Kind of a dick move.
I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt.
Even if it meant killing an innocent woman.
Yeah. What?
Still doesn't explain who I am.
It was the twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then, as I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal. A deal.
What's the deal?
There's something I just don't understand about the deal. I'm sure your powers would have been very valuable to them. But what would you get out of the deal? A new life. Life. I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was that they help me with my revenge plot. And then the second was a rebirth for me. Rebirth? A new beginning, eh? I don't care if it was fake life, an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul, a name, an identity, an everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. And finally, I wanted to die surrounded by loving family. That's the kind of life I asked them for. A completely man-made life. That's right. I knew I couldn't hope of anything more than that. To make it all come true, I know I would need to take a lot of money and a lot of power. That's why I decided to ask the national government to help me. And their response, in the end, was betrayal. Betrayal! They were making their moves much more carefully than I had suspected. They sent spies to this country and researched the powers on their own. And they even figured out what Temsik was all about. And you had no idea that they were doing all of that. Not at all. I was a fool.
So then, why did they go to all the trouble of making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal the hunk of Temsek meteorite from the park?
They couldn't.
Huh?
That dumb guy with the afro kept hanging out there.
And then there was a dog corpse on it and they didn't want to move it.
After the manipulator incident, research was conducted on that country too. In this country too. By just one idiot guy. A report was submitted to the government about the source of the manipulator's power. Whee! Hell yeah! I'm here too!
By Inspector Carbonara and the old pigeon guy, eh?
At first, the government didn't believe the report. But then, they decided to put the park under surveillance, just in case.
Surveillance, huh?
It just looks like an ordinary, peaceful park, but there are armed agents there all the time.
Don't tell me that odd leaflet guy is one of them.
No, not him. He's just a plain old odd person. That would be dumb.
He's secretly an undercover agent.
That park is like a silent battlefield on an informational scale.
International.
Whoops. International scale. So that's why they couldn't steal the Temsic meteorite. And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy that park in order to secure the Temsic meteorite.
So that's it, eh?
So, the upshot of your grand deal was this, eh? Yeah, and it's the ending I deserve. But at least there's one thing you must be happy about. What's that? You managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever.
Way to be passive-aggressive. Well, shall we get started?
Started with what?
Bringing Detective Jad back to life, of course.
What? What good will that do now?
Yeah, he kind of has been trying to get Jad dead this whole night.
But we promised! We promised Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla we'd save them.
We can't do that without you, Detective Jowd.
Right.
I've been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now.
Alright, fine. Let's see what we can do. Let's see where this leads us.
Here we go then, back to 4 minutes before your death.
So, where are we headed? We aren't headed anywhere, Detective. What? There was only enough fuel on board to launch us away, Detective. We will run out soon, and then we will reach our destination, Detective. What are you talking about? That would mean that you're trapped here too.
Oh my god.
By the way, I'm not human, Detective.
Aliens confirmed.
I'm a basketball champion. I'm a remote-controlled robot, Detective. What?
The fuck?
Your country's use of technology is just plain off. You get that a lot, Detective. Alley-oop.
2 points.
Why would you go to all the trouble to do this? There's nothing but a shell there. It's hardly a threat anymore. Commander Sith, no relation, likes to provide likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, Detective. Possibility? What are you talking about? There is no need for you to know, Detective. Beep boop. Now it is time to say goodbye, Detective. In the end, your fate remains the same as it seems, Detective. Camilla, forgive me.
Isn't over yet.
It isn't?
Remember what the big masked man said? Any possibility, no matter how small.
Possibility.
In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. The possibility of turning the situation around. Turnabout?
Turnabout!
Turnabout courtroom!
Turnabout courtroom!
Objection!
Overruled.
Oh.
Sustained!
Yay! Also, that seemed a lot faster than 4 minutes.
Yep.
Like the usual 4 minutes.
Yeah. Huh?
What is it, Detective?
Look at Yomio's shell.
There's no aura emanating from his body.
Of course there isn't. The Temsic fragment is gone.
This change in his shell give us some kind of lead? I'm gonna go see what it is.
We're gonna go find out what that is next time, maybe next time on Match Questers.